I was thinking today how intimacy is so misunderstood from the biology's perspective. Let me give you an example. When we first meet somebody whom we're attracted to and it's mutual, that means each other's hormones were triggered by what we see and what we perceive. And we are so driven by those hormones that we don't spot, or even if we spot, we overlook incompatibilities, inconsistencies, and so on, because we are so in need to get that hit, which is get intimate. Okay, we just jump on one another, we're all over each other, and that's how it goes for the majority of us when we start out. Now, as time progresses, the body needs to get to a balance again. Okay, so that state of I don't care so much, I'm not so affected, I'm kind of peaceful, that's actually the one that we can function on in the long term. And the initial butterflies and attraction and enthusiasm, some also call it limerence, actually decreases because most of it is hormonally driven. So the more time progresses, and some people give it 3 years, some people give it even less, the more we become observant, the more we can be present, and the more we tolerate, or actually the less we tolerate, inconsistencies or incompatibilities. And that's why, if people don't understand how biology is so strong in the beginning, but then it gets less and less, and it's more about who we are as people, how we communicate, and also how we can work around incompatibilities, and also how we bring resources to the relationship. Like, that's the whole thing. And in a lot of these cases, you don't need therapy. What you need is a good plan, whether you design it on your own with your partner, or your beloved, let's say you don't like the word partner, or you get coaching. Coaching is one of the most strategic resources for people, and it would be ideal. My saying is this: in the first stages, when you're so attracted, get coaching. And when it gets harder and harder down the line, go get therapy for it. Okay, counseling or couples therapy. So basically, if you have a good plan to start out and a good strategy for handling inconsistencies, incompatibilities, presumably they're not that big, you have more chances of smoothing out the decrease of hormonal driven moments. Okay? And that's not to say that you're not going to get in trouble ever, and you're not going to need, a lot of thinking and contemplating and soul searching with yourself and with your beloved also. Like, coaching can't really save everything and prevent everything. Relationships are bound to have some obstacles in their path. That's part of the beauty of a relationship. But with a good plan to start out and a good way to spot out the places that might turn into big obstacles in the future, that's actually how you handle. You work with your biology, but also then with your own nature. Yeah, and I guess in today's hookup culture and swiping culture and just other ways of, like, women get smut literature, guys get porn and OnlyFans subscriptions and so on. Who has the time and the energy to do that? The plan in the beginning and then follow through it and so on. Like, this skill, which was never frequent to begin with, is getting even more and more rare these days. Yeah. And if it sounds too complicated, well, actually it's not. Relationships are not exactly easy. They never were. But these days we find them more difficult because we're so accustomed to the easy hits. Okay, that's the problem here. Yeah. Do I encourage you to get coaching? Absolutely. Do I encourage you to get coaching with me? Yeah, especially for women. Now, if you're resistant to it, what can I say? Do whatever you want to do until you realize that you got to change your ways. That's kind of how it works.